Hello everyone, I know it's been a little while since I have uploaded a video tutorial for you guys. However, I was really inspired by this idea that I'm going to share with you today. It's going to take you from I have no idea what I'm doing to oh my goodness, I totally know how to do this. And I really think it's going to make your life easier in so many ways. And I'm actually really excited to share this idea with you. On top of it, you are not going to need to spend a dime on any of this. I'm going to show you how to do this using free programs, free everything. Okay, so the only investment here is going to be your time. All right, so without getting into a giant intro, let me just explain why I have decided on this video. I am on Creative Fabrica's single sale license page, all right? And if you go to the subscription license, a lot of these are going to be the exact same thing. It's just going to have to do with the subscription terms, that kind of thing, but the specifics are pretty much the same, all right? And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to focus on the digital end products because in my opinion, when it comes to creating these graphics, if you can do this, then you can take these products and pretty much use them anywhere. Okay, you can use them on the physical end products. If you have a full POD license for whatever it is that you're creating or making to sell, then you're pretty much good to go with their own POD license. However, again, this is going to get your creativity going and it's going to allow you to use elements that you don't have to really worry so much about getting into trouble about. Okay. So here on the digital end products, below you will find examples on how to use your downloads for digital end products. A digital end product is a product in a digital format that is intended for sale to multiple people. For example, a wedding invite template. Creating a logo or a website for one client is not considered an end product and is fully covered under this license. Okay, so let's just quickly go over this. What you're allowed to do, use the elements to create a new design, for example. You're allowed to use the floral elements to create a floral themed wedding template. You can create designs using multiple downloaded resources and adding items of your own. This is what we're going to focus on today, the adding items of your own. As long as the new design is flattened and the original items cannot be extracted. What you're not allowed to do, create end products that compete with the original product. So for example, you can't bundle multiple designs and sell that as a new product, or simply change the basic elements such as color and size and sell that as a new product. All right. You cannot sell in a way that it's directly competitive with the original item that you downloaded. So for example, you can't grab a resume template, change the elements, and sell it as another resume template. And you cannot create a digital product that includes single elements or allows users to extract the elements that you've used. All designs must be flattened. Now, this is Creative Fabrica's terms, and I'm going to tell you right now, just from where I have looked, Creative Market, I think Design Bundles, they all have the Hungry JPEG, they all have very similar rules and regulations here. So again, if you can get this, then there's a good chance you're going to be covered on all of them. However, I always encourage, do your own research, look at their sales, their specific do's and don'ts as well. All right. So just again, and they're giving you a pictorial, example here, which is what I love. Here, let's just say you downloaded this package, okay, and these are the elements that come in it. This is what you can't do here. All right, this is what they frown upon because number one, there's no creativity here. All they did was take this and plop it on some stationery. This can be extracted and stolen, and then on top of it, you didn't actually make a new design out of it. Whereas here, you took all of these elements, all right, and here, there was a little something else added and along with some text. Okay, and as you can see, there's nothing here that can be kind of singled out and extracted. So prohibited usage, allowed usage. Okay, and because of the fact that Creative Fabrica here, let me just unsuspend that real quick. If you decide to scroll here, you'll see. All right, so if you were to say get this Christmas light clip art, you would not be able to just take these lights and create like a whole new design out of them if they're easily extractable, or if you didn't really change anything or create like an entirely different design out of it. Okay, so this is what they want you to know. So what we're going to focus on in this video is and adding items of your own. So I know that when I first saw that, I was like, I don't actually know how to create my own graphics. I kind of keep things simple, and I don't use, Photoshop or Adobe. And I was like, what am I going to do? And then I thought, well, I've got pictures of things. I can create graphics out of my own pictures. That is what I am going to show you here. We're going to turn a flower that I took a picture of in my own backyard. It is mine. It's my property. It is my photo. And I'm going to turn it into a graphic. Okay. Long intro over with. Let's get to it. We're going to go to Canva. All right. And in Canva here, and I'm using the free program, I'm going to go to custom size, and what I like to do is I like to create them as big as possible. It's always easier to scale down. I'm going to create a square out of it. So I'm going to use a 4000 by 4000 pixels, and I have that opened right here. Okay. I went ahead, I uploaded this. This was taken in my backyard. All right. It was from a cactus that we had back there, and every so often it would grow these lovely yellow flowers. This photo is unaltered. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to alter it. Mind you, I don't have to. It's mine. I can do what I want with it. But just to show you what you can do, I'm going to go ahead, click Edit Image, scroll here, and what you will see is you'll see all of these options. Okay, if you were to see all, I love it when it sticks. All right. So if you were to maybe go to duotone, you'll just see more colors of this type of thing, which I'm not looking to do with this. You can go to, say, photogenic or paint effects. All right. So let's quickly go to paint effects. Okay. And if I were to want to create, I don't know, a completely different look out of this flower, then I can do something like that. And let's see what pops up. All right, so as you can see, this is pretty cool here, okay? It just took it and it like animated it a little bit, all right? And what you can also do here is you can click on this and you can change out the intensity of it. All right, it's working a little slow, but just bear with me, okay? You can click on high, you can go back to medium, or you can just do stuff like this and kind of go right in the middle. I think I'm gonna go ahead and apply that one. And what I'm going to do here is once you do that, sometimes it'll bring up some other options, but I am also now going to go to photogenic. And if I wanted to, I've got all of these different options so I can create different versions of them. What you can do if you wanted to is you can go ahead, all right, you can download this. You would download it as a PNG, all right, and then you would get this version. Come back and create some other versions of it. All right, so we're going to go back to edit image here. And of course, you can also do some filtering. All right, they'll show you just a couple different colors that you can use. You can come in here and you can, if you wanted to maybe create an orange version of it, like a lighter version of it, you can come here. All right, and you can download it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Okay, I'm going to download this version, but quickly, what I actually want to do is I think I might want to lighten it up a little bit. So let's change the intensity of that just a little bit, see what it does. And actually, we can do that right here. Kind of adjust the brightness, adjust the contrast, adjust the saturation. And actually, I think that's pretty cool just like that. So I'm going to keep it and I'm going to download it. So this is what our new graphic looks like up close. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it into LunaPic and I'm going to remove this entire background. So if you want to go to, I believe it's 3.lunapic.com. However, I will leave a link in the description box below. If you're not familiar with Lunapic, it is entirely free to use and it gives you tons of different editing options. I absolutely love this tool. And what I'm going to go do right here, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can just simply upload the photo and then go to the transparent image background right here. All right, or you can start with that. I'm going to go ahead and start with that, and then I'll upload. And as you can see, I already did it. Okay, but so what we'll do here is we will just, we'll bring the picture in manually. All right, so it brought the picture in, and this is what you can see it looks like. Okay, and what we're going to do here is we are going to go to Edit, Transparent Background. So we're just going to go ahead and click on this. Actually, no, what we're going to do, we're going to go to Background Removal Tools. So just do this, okay? And there's an automated background removal tool, which is relatively new. And if you click on that, it should do this for you. And it did, okay? So that's pretty much what there is to do, okay? They do have some other transparent background tools here, but as you can see, this did it perfectly, okay? This looks exactly the way I want it to. So what you would want to do is if you scroll down, you know, it'll give you the option to save it. However, what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to go to File, Save the Image this way. This way you can choose how you want to save it. You'll want to save it as a PNG, okay, and then simply save it. And now what we have is we have our new graphic, okay? So just really the tutorial can be over right now, all right? I have shown you how to take one of your own pictures of a flower. This could, again, be in your backyard. It could be in a park. It could be wherever, all right? Just as long as there's not some kind of landmark or some kind of identifying feature that could be subject to copyright. And again, you know, this was in my own backyard. So anywhere you go and just find a flower or something, you can do something like this, all right? I altered it a little bit, which I technically did not have to do, but I wanted to show you how it worked, okay? And then I went ahead and I removed the background for free, and after all of my yammering about the introduction and why I'm doing this video, this took a few minutes, okay? It cost me nothing, and I'm not exactly a genius when it comes to this kind of stuff, so if I can do it, you can do it too. So the last part of this video, I wanted to show you how you can do some more editing options just for this particular graphic. I have gone to iPicky.com, which is, again, another completely free photo editing, graphic design creation tool. You can do all kinds of really cool stuff with iPicky. They've got some wonderful tools to use here, and I love the fact that they do give you a free transparent background image. You can also create something as big as a 4,000 by 4,000 pixels image. So what we're going to do here is create a design. Okay. And this is going to be the default. However, you can create a whole new, let's just do a square. All right. It'll be 2400 by 2400, which for right now is fine. I'm going to click transparent background and create. And I'm going to load the image that we just created. All right, and as you can see, I've actually done this several times, okay, just to make sure it would work. So we're going to bring it in. You do that by actually just kind of dragging it in. And if you want to extend this in its proportion, you would do it through the corners, because if you go through the sides, it's gonna narrow it, and it's going to be the same thing. It'll like shorten it or lengthen it if you do it from the top. So this is really the best way to go about it. And you have a couple of options here. If you wanted to, I don't know, add a drop shadow, you can do something like that. Okay. You can change the opacity if you wanted to give it like an outline. So now it's not really, yeah. So that gives it a much broader outline here. You can change the distance. Okay, you can change the angle. And you can even change the color. All right, so if you wanted to, this is how you can create like multiple versions of a graphic as well, if you wanted to. So you've just given it like a little orange halo there. Okay, we'll go back to black, why not? And we'll click that, and then we'll get out of there. All right, you can change the hue and saturation here. Okay, you can create a couple different versions of it this way. Okay, and this is just if you want to kind of have it on hand to do it this way. You can adjust the lightness of it as well. Okay, look at how many different, every time you change it, you have all these different little tones that come out. Okay, so this is your own graphic. You can even change the color of it here. All right, so if I wanted, I don't know, if I wanted it to be red, I mean, I'm not totally in love with that, but then you come here and you've got all these different options as far as how you can make it look. And I know it doesn't seem like it's giving me too many options, but just bear with me and you'll find one that does. Okay, just like that one. All right. And so on. Okay. However, I'm going to get out of that. I kind of liked the way I had it. And then you could simply save it from here. You can export it. I mean, if you wanted to save it, usually should give you the option to just, yep, there you go, to just save it this way. I would name it cropped flower graphic. All right, save it as a PNG, and that way you'll keep your transparency, and then you can save it to your computer. All right, and it'll save it right there. You'll be able to open it wherever it is you saved it. All right, you can also continue designing, go to export. We're going to go to the editor version here, export design, and I'm just going to go over a couple of different options as far as what you can do with this. Okay, so you can change the vibrancy of it. All right, I kind of like that. It just made it a little bit more vibrant. You can, let's see here. Got all of these. Actually, that just took me back to, so discard that option. This is going to take you back to the designer, and every so often I click on it, kind of forgetting that. But as you can see, that is also undoable. All right, you can come here and choose all of these other options as far as editing. All right, just changing out different colors. You can either cancel it or apply it. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and cancel it. You can come back here if you wanted, and you can add a texture to it if you wanted. So that almost makes it look like there are little, I don't know, either little raindrops or something on it. All right, you can do something like that. Okay, and again, you have all of these options to make it look different. Okay. So I'm going to spare you the constant clicking of the keyboard here, and I'm going to just leave that. They do have like some nature options here. Okay, and this is where you can, and you can even kind of fade it in or out. So if you like the effect, but you want to soften it up a little bit, you can do something like that. Okay. All right, I'm going to cancel out of that. But again, these are just options that you can go ahead and use. Okay. And, there's auto fix here, which, will kind of, as it said, auto fix it. So you've got the light and tint. You could do just the light only. All right. But if you like the way it looks, which I actually kind of do, you can go ahead and apply it. You can rotate and flip it. You can crop it. Okay. You can do all kinds of stuff here. So what I would encourage you to do is simply follow everything that I told you to do here. Okay. Bring it into iPicky when you are done cropping it and getting rid of the background, and just have some fun with it and save multiple versions of it. Right. And then you would go ahead, you would save it if you're happy with it, and you can, I don't know, flower image, edited, edited. And I'll just put like a 1 there so I would know it's the first time I am editing the edited image. Dare you to say that several times. Editing the edited image, editing the edited, whatever. Anyway, and we're done. Okay, so that's it, guys. What we have done here is we took our original image, which was a picture of a flower on my property, and we turned it into a usable graphic for a design. Okay, so this goes back to adding items of your own. Again, as long as the new design is flattened and the original items cannot be extracted. So really quick, I'm going to show you an example of how I did that, okay? And I did actually add my own image. And like I said, I'm looking to create a course on how to do this. If it's something you think you'd be interested in, please let me know, okay? However, this is actually something that I did using a combination of downloadable free assets from Creative Fabrica that I took the liberty of changing the colors of and arranging in such a way. And as you can see, I added my flowers in here. And because everything here is actually overlapping, none of it is extractable, okay? So this is what I am considering creating a course on. And again, I would love to hear your thoughts about that in the comment section below. But guys, again, this was just meant to empower you and make you feel capable of doing your own graphic design elements. So let me know if this helped you in the comments section. And again, you know, I really was inspired to share this with you. And if you just kind of hang on till the very end of the video, you'll see a link, you know, to where you can get some free fonts and graphics. And I hope this finds you well. It is December 4th and the holidays are approaching. And if you're feeling especially creative, then I would encourage you to use this tutorial and start making up some cool digital end products. All right, guys. So until next time, take care.